Man, I love that opening. I know it's dorky, but I
love it
wish
too.
I could hear that longer. And you wouldn't believe, I spent like 2 hours looking for that song, and it was like, that's it. So, but thank you everybody for coming on over to the Nocturnal Feeding with James and Rico. There we go. It's bizarre, but it works. Now, Rico, this is one of the things behind the scenes that you don't see. Is I have no chat whatsoever right now because I can't get on my page till it goes live. So this is when I asked James to say hi to everybody, and I popped the chat.
Absolutely. And I'm going to run through these. But first, I want to say, first one I can see is DPK Fish Aquariums. DPK, it's good to see you. I know you'd gone through a lot. I need to message you and get with you at some point. But it's great to see you again. I'm just saying, hope you guys have a blessed Christmas. God bless you all, and God bless everyone in this chat. Really glad to see you back. A lot of you all won't know at this point because it's been a while, but DPK is actually the one that did my Fish Room Fever logo, along with a lot of other YouTubers' logos in the Fish fam. So, but DPK, good to see you. Now I'm going to burn through them. Sarah J. Sieber, John Cox, Sand Creek Aquatics 2, Dave's Aquarium Thoughts, Redfish, Bluefish, Danikin Aquatics, Post, Seaweed, Pewfish Zone, Redfish, Bluefish. Hello again. I always seem to miss your live streams, and for that, I'm sorry. William Pridemore, Skipper's Aquariums, Rolling and Rocking, John Cox. Appreciate you being here. Fishkeeper Cole, Mainly Bettis, Punchy Paints, I Hate Stupid People, Delilah's Critters, Edgar Reyes, Jessica Mancho, Sandy Dowdy. I know I missed somebody. Fishkeeper Cole, Geek Boy, Collins Critter
Awesome.
Cave, Gil the Common Goldfish, Furlow's Aquatics, Scott's Aquatics, Casey Gaska, and everyone else. Colette S. You got it, buddy? You ready? I know I missed one or two. Peplin.
I'm good. Has Gil gone to 1,000? Gil is a veteran, and we're trying to get him to 1,000 before January 1st. So Gil Goldfish, if somebody could pop a link for Gil, that'd be awesome. And that's just cool. You know, I want to start off by saying I missed Dan's from Get Gil's show last night and Pam's show. I was making a song for Father Fish, and apparently I messed it up. So after this, you're going to have to help me again, James. I'm sorry. Somehow I emailed him the wrong thing, or I made it private so he couldn't see it. Not that it's great. It's almost embarrassing. Well, almost is. It is embarrassing, but if he's live tomorrow, I bet he'll be laughing playing it if we can get it to him. I went through so many takes. I wrote the song like 5 weeks ago, and I wanted to play it with a baby grand at my sister's house. Mm-hmm. And because of the whole Kova thing and everything, I shouldn't. Well, it's my channel. I can say what I want. The Kova thing happened. I wasn't able to get to the piano, so I had to do it a cappella. Is that what it's called when it's just one guy?
A cappella?
A cappella. Yeah, so go watch. It'll be fun. Father Fish is awesome. And I apologize to Dan and Pam because I love those two guys. Yeah. But I was sweating it yesterday. But it's awesome that I'm here. It's a bummer I'm here. My family always does a huge Christmas Eve. It's been before I was alive, my family has always, we used to all go to Iowa and go to my grandma's, and we would always have Santa would come and visit and give out gifts. It was all every Sunday Eve, or not Sunday, Christmas Eve. And we had the big dinner and everything. And now we go to my sister's because she has 6 kids and some of them are married. So big family. But the ice hit around 1 o'clock today. We had sleet and ice, which is the most I've seen in 5 years here in Chattanooga. I normally, we sit on their back porch and listen to she has a stream that goes down the side of a mountain, and we listen to it kind of going, going, and we eat outside and just have a fun time. So that just shows how this is a big change from our normal Christmas. But I'm able to spend it with you guys. But Rico is so cool to be James's co-host tonight. I really appreciate it a lot, Rico. You're an awesome guy. And we got to have you up here more often.
Anytime. Having a blast with it. You guys are so much fun to hang out with. Although I need to get the shade of red just a little bit better. And this hurts. This hurts because I'm not a Chiefs fan at all. So that's a little rough, but it's Christmas. You can't see it, but this is supposed to be green too. It didn't really turn out too good. But I would love to be up here. And real quick before we do anything, I just want to say my daughter is here, and she said, "Hello, awesome. Rico Stan again. I can hear you through the wall."
Hi, thank you for letting us borrow him for a while. Much appreciated.
Her room is right on the other side of that wall right there. So.
As long as she doesn't start hitting the wall saying, "Keep it down in there."
Tomorrow's Christmas morning. She can deal with it.
Yeah. Well, now, Moonstone in the last episode the show before, she asked about my family with the sickness, and everybody's the whole family is clear and good. Mom had it the worst, but it still wasn't bad, really. She coughed for a couple of days, but we had 5 people and me in this house, and luckily it's a split type house, so I have different air and heating and air conditioning, different kitchen, everything's separate, so I was sweating it because I'm the guy with the bad heart, so I didn't want it. And I don't know, knock on wood, here comes Nico, knock on a cat. I didn't get it, so that's awesome. Nico's really skittish tonight because he fell into a fish tank right before James's stream. It was great, but he came halfway through when he finally got dry. Here he goes. But yep, just been crazy now. But your family had the sickness too, didn't it, Rico?
Yes, yeah. My wife and daughter both work at a doctor's office, and so we knew it was going to be just a matter of time because we did everything we were supposed to. We followed all the protocols and everything, but they both tested positive, and my wife had it pretty bad there for quite a few days, and she's still a little under the weather. I think I dodged it, luckily, and my son didn't really show anything either. And today was the last day for our quarantine, so I think we snuck through, luckily.
Awesome. Did you guys have to do a 14 or a 10?
14, yeah.
I think 14. On our 12th day, they said that we could go to a 10. I think and we just said, we'll just stick with the 14.
Yeah. But there's something to do with being exposed is maybe 10, but being when you actually test positive is 14 or so. I don't know. I don't remember what it is. Again, she was a nurse, so when it comes to health matters, I listen to whatever she tells me to do. Actually, when it comes to any kind of matters, I pretty much listen to whatever she tells me to do. We've been married for just about 30 years, so that's how you do it.
Happy wife, happy life. So we've got a couple of fishy questions, but real quick, Ed.
Awesome.
Side note, you've changed your password, so I can't get Nightbot onto your channel. At some point, if you'll check your email and just text me the verification code that was just sent to your Yahoo, just when you get a chance, that way I can get Nightbot in here. For anybody that doesn't know, I run the tech backside of Ed's stuff, and I'm currently locked out of it. So
I've changed my password like 5 times in a row because it kept making me change it, and I kept forgetting.
But we are going to do the giveaway. To those of you that maybe weren't in the Fish Room Fever stream before this, we've got a giveaway tonight. We're going to be giving away a $35 gift card, and then I'm going to cover the shipping to fishroomfever.com/shop. U.S. preferred because I cannot ship out fish and plants outside of the United States. But if you wanted to order airline and accessories and things, I can ship those out to you. Again, just briefly, I would recommend waiting until springtime when we put all the live plants and fish back on there, and you'll have a huge selection to choose from and a lot of great discounts when we open the store back up. But that's what we're doing for the giveaway, and that's the only reason I mentioned it is because I cannot bring Nightbot into the stream currently on Ed's channel. Question from Nate says, stocking ideas for a 6-gallon cube, who followed up with, it's a 12 by 12 by 12 inch tank. For me, if that were my tank, I would go with a nice shrimp setup, Neo Caridina personally, but if you're in the water for Caridina, of course you could do Caridina or the Soloese, just depending upon what you're looking for. But I see something like that and I think of a really nice shrimp tank. do a nice aquascape on it. Puts
Was
really
that
pretty
12
shrimp in
by
there.
12?
Yeah, 12 by 12 by 12, 6-gallon cube.
Yeah, I think definitely that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Would be
And
a shrimp tank.
you could even find one of the things that I've seen done before and I like is maybe finding a couple of male, like really nice endlers if you have a line that you really like, or you could even do a pair and just pulling babies out. It's going to add work. But a lot of times I'll see people that do a shrimp tank and then they'll add like 1 or 2 male guppies or endlers for the coloration and kind of have that like their showpiece. And that one typically doesn't predate enough on a shrimp colony to do a lot of damage, whereas a whole bunch of guppies and endlers would.
So, James, what was I supposed to do?
You just got an email with a verification code.
I don't think I did.
To text that to me. Otherwise, we'll figure out. We're going to do it one way or another, whether it's Nightbot or not. If we have to do the pick a number or whatever Ed decides, we can do it that way. But Cronto Halfmoon said, you mentioned that you don't use meds for quarantine, but you do recommend using. But do you recommend using flake or pellet medication foods like from Everything Aquatic? So it's not that I dislike those products or have anything bad to say about them. Here is my only, I guess, downside to that and why I don't personally use the medicated foods is because I think it stems from a false premise that you know exactly how much each fish is going to ingest. So if you feed medicated foods and you've got 1 or 2 or 3 fish that aren't getting much food at all compared to the rest of the fish in there, then you're not properly evenly distributing the medication. That would be my thoughts on it. Now, if you have 1 fish, so say you're using a medicated food and you've got, 1 big cichlid or 1 Oscar, and you actually know how much that fish is getting of the medicated food, absolutely. And I've seen and heard people use those with success. My problem is if I throw a medicated pellet into a school of 25 piranha, I have no idea of knowing, did this piranha eat 15 medicated pellets or did it eat 2? So that's my thoughts on that, honestly. Again, I'm not talking bad about them. I just think it can be hard to monitor and regulate how much you're actually getting into each fish.
I've heard that it's the best way to, if you got shrimp problems, is to get the medication into a shrimp, is to feed it the shrimp. I think Joel was talking about that.
That's a wonderful idea. So again, like I said, nothing against them, but that's a great idea. Something utilizing it that way is phenomenal.
I don't know if they just don't absorb the medications through the water like fish or what the deal is, but maybe they're just such good eaters. But that's what I've heard. So
absolutely.
I sent you the thing.
I got it. So here's the problem. It's wanting me to change your password now. So I guess we'll
just change it.
Okay,
just change it and
I'll
then
text
send it to me.
See, this is my buddy here. I'll be honest. Like he's been out before, and he's like, "Oh, my debit PIN number is this." Just talking to himself, trying to remember it, and he's like, "I don't care if you hear it." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. We're buddies. So, Tim Carter says, "Fish for Fever. Do any of you guys worm your fish? If so, what do you use?" Gentlemen,
I have because I did have a parasite. So in my guppy tank, that tank, do you guys have a cursed tank?
Yes, yes.
I think everybody does. That was my first tank since I came back, and not that I've had constant problems with it, but it was the tank where the heater, stayed on, and it killed quite a few of the guppies that were in there. All the fry that were in there at the time survived, though. So that was sort of weird that it killed off the adults, but all the fry survived, and they're in there now. But it got hit with parasites, internal parasites, and I had to use levamisole? Mm-hmm. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Yep. I had to use that, which was very easy. I bought some off of Amazon, mixed it in with a certain amount of water in like a soda bottle, and just poured the right amount. Actually, I used a syringe and put the right amount in the water, and it did take care of them. In fact, one of them passed away that had it, but the other one's still in there, and she just gave birth this week. And I'm so surprised she's still alive because she lived through the heater. She lived through those. I mean, she is so awesome. She's one of my favorite fish now because you just can't kill her.
That's awesome. Yeah. I see Kev said from Budge and Tanks to use dog dewormer. And I've used that. And what I'll do, and I learned, this is from Pam, Punchy Paint, says, did I say that right? Yes, a minute there I thought I said Punchy Pants. Did I say Punchy Pants or did I say Punchy Pants? I don't know. I'm sorry, Pam. Now I'm second guessing myself. But she has a video on how to mix it into 10 parts water. And then you just then you can know just to pour that one part or, you know, and that was brilliant, I thought.
Absolutely. That takes away the, like Bob Kaler Kaler's Aquatics had mentioned, the dosing was erratic on the flake food. That takes away the erratic dosing on the dewormer when you do like you're mentioning in Punchy Paint's video. That's really all I have to add to that when you gentlemen covered that quite well.
Bob's asking me if I remember what my first video was. Oh, I'm going to guess Nebula Steel, maybe? Oh, well, my first videos were the aquarium box because I figured out how to win an aquarium box or the grand prize every 6 months. So that was my first videos, but not my good videos. Sorry. Did you just ask a question, James?
I did not.
Oh, good.
I do see a question, and that is again from Cronto Half Moon. It says, are you recommending to gut load meds to live foods, then feed to sick fishes? So generally not. If you've got a fish that's not eating live foods, I'm not going to recommend you switch it over to live foods, especially when it's already sick. But that is an option that I have used in the past for certain things. And it can be done. Again, though, this goes into the whole feeder fish thing, and I don't want to digress too far. I don't typically agree with what you normally find to purchase in terms of feeder fish in stores. If you're going to do feeder fish, my recommendation would be that you breed your own feeder fish, and then you could gut load those with medicated foods or whatnot and feed them to the other fish. But no, that's really, unless that's your only choice, that's really not an alternative I personally would pursue. I think there are enough ways to medicate fish without having to do that, that I could probably find a different path to take, personally. John Cox says, I took it out in the woods and shot it. Never had a cursed tank since. Yeah, most of us had a cursed tank. Mine, unfortunately, was the Project Piaba tank. And I still support them, and it's a great cause, and I still have the tank. And I think I have finally, knock on wood, broken the curse. But I never did a part 3 because it became the cursed tank that nothing would survive in. Now it's been sitting for 6 months with those fish in there. It's tucked away. It's out of all the videos. You haven't seen it in probably a year. And someday I'll come back and do the part 3 once I know the curse is lifted. But that's my cursed tank.
That was such a bummer for James because he kept videotaping it too. And it's like, you don't want your cursed tank to be your focal point for your videos. I have a cursed tank. It's my farm tank for growing plants. And it's not a true curse, but I had just nothing but plants and snails in there. And then I put my Florida flagfish in there. And I thought that would be a good idea because they're so pretty and I'd see them swimming through the plants and they eat algae, like crazy hair algae. Well, they destroyed half the plants in there because I didn't realize they love eating small plants. So they finished off all my small, soft plants and I pulled them. And now I have my pond fish or tubbing fish, the yellow ones. And I think that they've got skinny fish disease or some type of parasites probably that's been lasting since summer. And it's just gotten bad on them now. So I'm going to deworm them actually probably tomorrow, probably not tonight. But that's what I was literally thinking by looking at them tonight because they looked awfully thin and a little emaciated. And I'm feeding them, so something's not going right in there. Ooh, we lost James.
I'm still here. I've just moved myself from a focal point location so I can work on a couple technical things and respond to some chat questions. But I do want to say real quick, and then I'll let you two gentlemen take it back over. We've got 113 people now watching and 84 thumbs up. So that's amazing. I appreciate the support for Chattanooga Ed. He is my buddy, and I'd love to see him get 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, click all notifications. Do me a favor and do that for Ed.
I got some cool things in the mail today, literally today, that I'm planning for the fish room. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, Rico. This black pond foam.
Yeah.
I plan on doing something special in one of my tanks, and I've got 3 of them because I'm gonna overkill it. But that was kind of cool.
I saw somebody did a video on it, and I don't remember who it was, but I remember somebody used it in their tank. Maybe Mike from Fish Tank Barn? No, I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it could have been. Mike's awesome. I know that Palmer's Aquatics did it. The cat is in the box. It's a little bitty box. So I had to put all the cans to the side. But
you know what, Ed? Hey, there was somebody. Hold on one second. There was Jennifer Cottrell. She actually asked a question in the last one too that we missed.
Oh, let's hear
it. Do you have any tips for someone who wants to start their own channel? I actually thought that was great because I'm in the process of doing it right now. And my number one tip for you is just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. You don't have to have a lot of fancy equipment. You don't have to have scripts. You don't have to have anything. Take a video of your fish tank. Describe what you're seeing. Do your best to have a decent video that shows things. Try your best not to have it too shaky and everything, but you don't have to get a gimbal. You don't have to do any of that fancy stuff. It does help, but just to get yourself started, there you go. Take your cell phone and start.
Don't do it this way. Do it like this.
Yeah. That's really all there is to it, and little by little, you get the word out, especially in this fish fam, because everybody's so supportive. Little by little, the word gets out. You learn how to make. I'm a newbie. I don't know what I'm doing at all. But people seem to like my videos. So just get started, and I think you'll learn your own style as you go, and at some point you'll start thinking, well, maybe if I got this little device, it would help me, and you'd realize what you needed to do it. So that's my advice as an extreme newbie on this. I started October 29th, I think. I mean, it was late October when I put my first video up, and I only have like 130 subscribers or something like that, but I just put videos out. So that's what I suggest you do.
This is what he was talking about, a gimbal.
Yeah.
I actually take my gimbal down and I use it as a camera, like a tripod for my phone. It's terrible, but it works that way. And then another tip is go all black on your camera or on your phone. If you have like stickers on the back, it's going to reflect off the glass. So, I mean, you can see I do have one of these push pop things. I don't know what they're called, but I just, I try to put my thumb over the little blue spot and then turn off all the lights in your room except for the light on your fish tank. That's going to help get rid of a lot of your glare. If you're in a fish store, a great way to get rid of glare is actually put the tank or your lens right up against the glass. You can also cup it with your hands, but to try to get rid of glare. Just a couple little
great tips.
Those are all great tips. Mine are more broad stroke in terms of turning yourself into a face on the internet. Sorry, I'm trying to get some tech stuff done here and pull some links and get the thing set up. Let me bring my face back here for a minute. But it's funny when I'm sitting here and I'm doing this the whole time while we're trying to. But so my biggest things would be like Rico Stan. One, just do it. Get past that fear that a lot of people have of putting themselves out there, and don't worry about what other people have to say about it. On the flip side of that coin is take into account positive feedback and things that can help you grow. The biggest thing for me is to bring value, whether it's information or it's entertainment. Bring some sort of value and be yourself. If you can do those things, generally, eventually it will work out. You'll find your people, your fish fam, your clan, your tribe, whatever you want to call it. Those people will eventually gravitate to you, and you'll be able to do what you want to do. And that's my broad stroke. How do you get started type thing.
I like it.
My chat is broken on my YouTube. Like I can't even type.
Oh,
So
no.
weird. I wonder if that's when you changed my
That's what I
password.
was say. I wonder if it signs you out.
Well, Bob, I said thank you so much. That's it. So, but I don't need to be able to type. I can talk. I'm lucky. Yeah, and you know what? Aquatic Aesthetics, Rob, my fish store owner, he is definitely right. Be friends with you. You know, make friends with your fish store owner, because they have a lot of great tips. Not only maybe not YouTube, but about fish. And if you get a good relationship with did I say Bob? I meant Rob. I don't know. I thank Bob for getting me to do videos. I'm thanking Rob for owning my fish store. I had Aquatic Aesthetics in Chattanooga. But it's great to get a good rapport with them. Maybe they'll let you, like, you know, hopefully I get to 1,000 someday and I'm able to go into his store and video. That'd be awesome. You know, so things like that is just awesome.
Absolutely, and that's a wonderful thing. I've got the same with my local fish store. You know, they'll cut the music, or they've actually got it set up.
Turn it back on.
They have copyright free music now that they put on when I'm in the fish store. They'll switch over to. So,
oh, that's awesome. I don't know if my fish store has music. Which is, speaking of, since you've changed the password to my thing, now you can just send the Father Fish link.
Oh, hey, Merry Christmas on the East Coast. After
Merry
midnight.
Christmas, everybody.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, we're all East Coast guys right here. Now, that brings me up to another subject, is we like to go through our plan of events, and if anybody else knows an event or would like us, you know, to talk about something special that's going on, fishy related, like maybe with their clubs or anything, I would be happy to give that report once a week. We're going to go through this, and we're going to kind of just spend about 5 minutes on it, because we like to give you guys an idea of what we're doing. So maybe we can meet you out there, and what you're doing, so we can meet you. But I'm virtually 100%, well, let's say 99.9% positive that James and I, on the 20th and 21st of February, we are going to be going on our first trip. It'll be for the year, and it's Aquafest, and it's in Shelby, Louisiana. It's like supposed to be like the French Corridor of New Orleans somewhere. So let's just say New Orleans. I know that Rachel Leary is going to be the special speaker, and we think that Sean Peck is going to be traveling with us too. So that's pretty cool. And we're hoping to meet some of those Louisiana folks. That'd be pretty cool. I know that Jess, she actually lives 3 hours. She lives up in Shreveport, which is way up north. But, well, I don't, she lives in Shreveport, but near Shreveport. But we'd love to meet some of you Louisiana people or Mississippi or Texans or whoever, you know, let us know. Okay. And then one that I'm pretty sure that James and I are going to go to is the Big Fish Deal in Capital City Cichlids, March 13th and the 14th. James and I went there this year, had a blast. I mean, just the best time of our lives. We met, that's where we met Mike from the Fish Tank Barn. We met Amber and Joseph from Big City Betas and
JH Aquatics.
Yeah, JH Aquatics.
And of course, Susie Q from Q Aquatics.
Susie Q, super cool gal, super fun. I get to hang out with her every day of the week. And the Seahorse and Scott.
Yep.
Paige and Scott from Alien Aquatics. I think I'm missing somebody.
Haley from
and
Haley. Yeah, that was my first
Haley,
time meeting Haley.
Yeah. Well, I had talked to Haley several times before. You had too. She's been on our show a lot over the years. So we're definitely going to do, well, I shouldn't say definitely, really good odds we're going to do that. Even though I think James and I have both talked, we're probably not going to buy any cichlids this time.
Yeah.
Because,
apologies to whoever's running the auction this time. You're going to have to count me out on this one.
Yeah, well, just make sure you got some guppies, and maybe you'll have some sales from us.
Yeah.
Okay. Aquashella. We're going to go to the Orlando. I doubt we're going to do Dallas. James might do Chicago. I don't know if I'll do Chicago. The one in Orlando is June 12th through the 13th. Dallas is, I don't know why on their website they put Dallas before Chicago because the dates don't jive. Let's say Chicago's the next on the 14th and the 15th of August. And then Dallas is October 30th and 31st. I would love to go to Dallas except on Halloween because my family, we all get together for Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. Those are our big events. I'm trying to go through these as quick as I can. Sometime in September, it's pending, is the Keystone Clash in 2020. And that's somewhere in Pennsylvania, right? Keystone, Pennsylvania. And that's like a show that has 3 different or 4 different clubs that run it. I think they have the biggest fish show in America. So that's pretty cool. James and I would both like to go to that. One that I virtually almost guarantee I'll be at is the ACA. That's the Association Cap Cichlid. No, America's Cichlid Association. I don't know. ACA, whatever that means. You guys figure it out. But it's July 23rd through the 25th. Again, not really super awesome that it's cichlids because I'm a live bear guy, but it's in my hometown of St. Louis. So any excuse, now my cat wants to play with my pin. I want to see my friends and family there. That'd be fun. January, can't even speak now. July 31st and August 1st will be the Deep South Guppy Show. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Fish Mafia meetup there. So if you guys want to meet all the YouTubers, the Tennessee YouTubers, we will be there. It's a free show. It's a IFGA show where people will be putting up their guppies to be judged. And it's pretty neat to go there and check them out and see them all and just see how it works. And it's free. So it's pretty neat. And then we're just going to bomb it. They don't even know that we're coming. I went to it last year, and I spent most of the day explaining to people different things about guppies because they put it in their newspaper that anybody can go to it, but they don't have anybody there talking to people about guppies. I had a blast telling people about guppies all day, even though I wasn't part of their club. And then James and I are also planning on going to Mesa, M-A-C-N-A, Mecna. Yeah. Now, that's a saltwater deal, September 3rd and 5th. So, but it's in our neck of the woods. It's in Atlanta. So James and I, we probably aren't going to go for the whole trip, but we're going to go for maybe just one day because we can drive there and come back.
Yeah. Maybe we can drag Kaler Aquatics along with us.
Oh, yeah. Bob would. And Bob has salt. So definitely Bob should come. And then the CCAC spring of March 28th. I have that wrote down. I think somebody asked me to write that down, and I never looked up more information. So I will find out about that. Was there any other events that anybody wanted me to write down to start?
Priscilla wanted me to make sure to ask you if there's anything on the calendar February 6th through 9th. She also asked you if you were busy February 6th through the 9th.
Feb 6th through 9. I don't think so. That our first thing is the 20th through the 21st. So that's cool. And maybe we're gonna go visit Priscilla.
She might know something that we don't know.
Yeah, she might know something we don't know. That's awesome. Well, she'll have to let us know about that.
Kayler Aquatic says, which one? I was talking about dragging you down to Mackinac for the day with us in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a convention that's held in different places across the country. Last year it was Arizona. And so it may not come to the East Coast or the South anytime soon. So I figure we got to go check it out. Even though saltwater, I still think saltwater's pretty. I love looking at the stuff. So.
Ed, it looks like Priscilla is going to be at one of those things. Do you think she'll say hi to you this time?
I kind of doubt it. I bet she's going to dodge me like last time. He's super little, and she'll be hiding behind all the signs as I walk up and down the aisles.
Kayler's Aquatics has offered to drive us.
Oh, awesome.
I love Bob's truck. He's got the nicest, yeah.
Bob's got the coolest truck in town.
He does.
Boy, I haven't driven forever. I drove us to Nashville once, and that was a fun trip. Bob and I, we got Subways, and I spilled Subway all over my car. That was fun. My car was broke down. My tire was all worn away, so I had to drive my dad's car. So, or actually my mom's car. My dad has a truck also.
I hate driving. I don't know how you. I've always hated it. I just, it's illogical how bad the road rage gets. For me, there's no place else where I get that angry. Nothing else makes me that angry, especially as I've gotten older, except for driving. And now I don't even do it. I let my wife drive, and everybody's happier. I just don't pay attention to what she's doing while she's driving, and everybody's good.
Well, that's how it worked with Sean Peck, because I drove to Indy with him, and he was like, "This is so nice, just sitting." It's like, I think he always asks him. Rob said he would like to go on that ride. That'd be awesome. My fish store owner guy, so that'd be awesome. He's a super great guy. I'd love to hang out with him more.
Mickey M says there is a Kili convention in Indiana as well, AKA's annual auction / exhibition. And you know, Kilis are egg-laying guppies, tooth carps, LOL. There you go.
They have a really good Kili's club in St. Louis. So I think they had the convention there maybe just 2 years ago. I didn't go. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I don't have any Kilis. But I ended up with Kilis because I'm pretty sure Florida flagfish are Kili, which is kind of cool. So now I can say I've got a little check on the board for something I've got. Oh, we got Sharpies Aquatics and models and aquatics here. Sharpie, super cool. We've gone international.
We have. I do want to say real quick, I put it up on the screen, but if you would like to enter tonight to win the $35 gift card to fishermanfever.com/shop, type hashtag RicoStan, hashtag RIKOSTAN. We'll draw that here in just a moment. We've got 62 people currently entered to win that. Again, just briefly on the details. I personally would recommend you wait till the springtime to take advantage of that when we put all the fishing plants back in stock and do a big sale. However, if you've got some accessory needs, you want to order before then, you're welcome to do so. I'm going to cover shipping. And going into that, if you're outside of the U.S., I, of course, cannot ship you fish or plants or anything like that. So you're welcome to win it and purchase, some of the accessories on there, things of that nature, but I can't ship you anything that would be illegal for me to try and get across the border to you.
This goofy cat is in this little box. So normally he'd prefer to lay in my arms. I don't understand cats whatsoever.
So Mainly Bettis asked, have you ever tried buying the killifish eggs and hatching them out, or is it a gimmick? It's not a gimmick from what I've seen, but I've not tried it. That being said, with anything, you have good sellers and bad sellers. So I would just be aware of whom you're purchasing from or where you're purchasing from. But it's certainly not a gimmick. I just haven't personally done it.
Didn't Bob do that? Didn't Kaylor do that?
He did have.
He had some killifish eggs, I thought.
Yeah, that's why I gave him the vinegar eels. We'll have to ask Bob how that went.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Again, I was just saying, we'll refer you over to Kaler's Aquatics. Check out his videos. He's got so much awesome stuff there.
Bob's done everything.
He has.
Yeah. Well, we're blessed to have Bob close. And who was talking about? Oh, Aqua Cop was talking about moving to Kentucky. So he's going to retire, and now he's itching. Okay. But yeah, Aqua Cop's going to be in Kentucky, so that's going to be pretty cool. I don't know what city yet, but it'll be neat to be close to him. Our Kentucky brethren will be kind of like our northern Tennessee mafia. They're the New Jersey folks, you know, if that makes sense. We've all seen The Sopranos.
I haven't.
Oh no! Hey, you know what? It's actually pretty good. And I hate rooting for bad guys in movies or in TV shows, but I like The Sopranos.
I don't. Breaking Bad. I never saw that.
I don't.
If it's not sci-fi, fantasy, or just like lowbrow comedy, I don't usually watch it. I don't watch a lot of dramas. I have enough drama in my life.
Well, you know, I'm the exact same way. And that was when my friend, he had cancer, and so I let him come live with me, and he loves all that mafia stuff. And so I ended up watching them with him, and I ended up kind of getting hooked on those.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But I'm the same way. I prefer sci-fi.
There's Vinny's Aquatics.
Yeah, I saw Carrie too from Science Gal. So
I missed her.
Oh, back of great people.
Vinny's Aquatics was the first person to subscribe to my channel before I even had any videos.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I shouldn't say that. I had some videos, but they were like kayaking things and stuff from years and years ago that really wasn't. It was nothing to do with fish. And after Vinny subscribed to me, then maybe about a week or so later, I was like, yeah, what the heck? I'll go ahead and just take a video of the fish tank. So he sort of pushed me a little bit, even though he didn't ever say anything about it, but he sort of pushed me into starting up.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I'm going to show off another thing that I bought this week for my fish room. I bought 6 of these, and I love these things. I'm going to end up buying probably like 20 of them. They fit perfect under my shelving. I'm going to put cardboard in it, but I've made a decision that every time I go to my local fish store, I'm going to buy a rock. Because rocks are kind of expensive to buy all at once. So every time if I go, I'm going to buy a 3 or a 5 pound rock. And then I'm going to end up labeling them all. So I'm going to have like a hardscape selection under one section. And then I'm going to have like all my bottles of, I don't want to say the C word, cruddy stuff, whatever you got. But, I love these and they fit perfect. So always looking at different ways to make room. Okay, sorry. I had to share that because they really made me excited and they fit so good.
We had some people that want to know if we were going to let Rico stand talk anymore or not.
Poor Rico.
Wait, I've been talking. Well,
I've been talking too much.
It's your channel, Ed. That's how it's supposed to work. I've never bought any hardscape. That's not true. I bought Echo Complete, and gravel, but I've never bought any like the wood up here. That's driftwood from the bay. The rocks, you can't. The lights are out now, but all the rocks and stuff I have are all from the bay. I do the tests and stuff, and I, do peroxide and everything. I don't boil them like some people do, but I've never actually bought any hardscape other than the actual gravel.
Well, I have never been a huge buyer of it because I always thought I could just get it myself. But after I did that rock show, I got hooked on the rocks. He let me take one piece of each thing and the petrified wood. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And I'm going to try to step up my scaping game, for scaping. And I don't know, I won't say jealous, but I was drooling over Sean Peck's when I was in his garage because he's got boxes of stuff. And it's like, I want that. Uh-oh. Rob just said he's got some new rocks. Well, I'll be getting one piece at least each time I come visit.
So, Rico, do you see any stuff, on videos and in the store or anything? You said you don't buy stuff. Usually it's all been collected, but do you have anything like, Dragonstone or anything like that comes to mind that you go, I really like that. I want to try it someday.
I love all of it, but I'm cheap as heck. I mean, I can afford some things. We're not, we're doing okay. I could afford to go buy some rocks, but first of all, I'm not going to have them shipped, right? And I've only been to that one fish store one time. So I don't really have any place to buy that kind of stuff locally. If this guy was down the street, I would probably have boxes and boxes of the rocks because, the stuff that I can get out of the bay looks cool, but it doesn't look anything like that petrified wood and the dragonstone and all those different kinds. So I'm a little jealous that people can get that stuff. I would definitely love to get some of it if I could.
Yeah, and like I say, I'm gonna maybe save this for if I'm at a show and I get an opportunity to do a sculpt off or something. And I love that I've got normal rocks in all my tanks that I bought. I bought them at a landscaper place. I bought a pallet of this basalt. Oh my gosh. Of course, I have the heaviest piece in the world. That's probably why it's not in a tank. But, I have got this stuff in all my tank. And Nico really trusts me because I'm holding this 5-pound rock over his head. But, it's dry, so it's not doing it justice. But you can see that it's got maroon and then silver sparkles layers. And, I got that at a show or at a landscaping thing for super cheap. So you can get some nice stuff.
That's what I should do because there are quite a few. They're almost like farmers markets, but they're only for plants and stuff, landscaping stuff. There's quite a few of those around. I should go to one of those in the spring and look and see what they have. That's a great idea. I'm putting it on the list. There's my event for next year.
That's awesome. Well, gentlemen, we've got 77 people entered to win this giveaway. What do you say?
Let's do it. 77. I had that my freshman year as my football number. I didn't like that number. My whole life I was always 50 because I loved Mike Singletary. But once I got into high school, I had to get a lineman number, so I went with 75 for Howie Long, which is bizarre.
How do you remember? I don't remember what my number was. I was a wide receiver, though.
You're probably 88 or 82.
Right. Probably in the 80s, but I don't remember at all. No, it was so long ago.
We're going to give it a roll. As you can see, the chat is live on the right, so this is happening as you're watching. And I have to click the button on this screen, not that screen. That doesn't do any good. J. Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. Congratulations. See you around all the time. So congrats on that, my friend. Just send me an email, fishroomfever@gmail.com, and we'll get you squared away.
I believe Mr. Oliver also had our sickness as well, him and his son, I think. So I think they made it through as well. I could be wrong, but I believe that's who I was thinking of.
It's affected a lot of people, and I'm glad to see that most people are pulling through it with minimum, if any, persist or ongoing issues. So that's
scary. It's scary, especially if you have issues, Ed. If you have those issues that you're extremely at risk, it's scary. So I'm glad it's behind us.
Yeah, and
in my house, it's behind us.
Rico, you brought up a great point, though. I was going through this list of all the things that we're going to go. It got wet from the cat. We going through that list, but anything could be canceled because I could be hopefully I'll be having heart surgery at some point next year. And hopefully it'll be in January. But if I'm not up to February 20th and February 21st and I have, heart surgery in January 5th, I may not end up going. So that there is that one aspect.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard anybody say, "Hopefully, I'm having heart surgery."
Yeah.
He's been trying to get it done for a while now.
I know it makes sense, but I've just never heard anybody utter that phrase.
I would have already had it if it wasn't for the stupid sickness. So
Yeah.
that's what they keep pushing back. But I did see Mike said something about the white or the green dragon lace rock. Let me grab that.
So while Ed is grabbing that, somebody asked, are they going to be doing one later? That is the final of the giveaways. I want to say a huge thank you to Rico Stan, who sponsored the giveaways on my stream prior to this and this stream here. But I can't thank you enough. It's been a blast hanging out with you. And just the fact that you're willing to do that and give it back to the Fish fam, it means a lot. So thank you for that.
And that's the perfect phrase, is giving back to the Fish fam, because I feel like I've gotten so much I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I've just gotten a lot from the Fish fam. So it definitely is giving back in some way to all the awesome people that have made videos and been in the live stream and answered questions. And I got to imagine, with what I've done in 6 months and not really had any major issues, that's all thanks to you guys and to everybody out there doing these things. Absolutely. So, that's why it was so easy to, first of all, it was easy to pick a channel to do. I have done some other giveaways. I've sponsored on other channels. Yeah. Well, actually, we did one on yours before, right? But
yeah, we did. Yeah.
And I did one on another channel too. That guy's awesome as well. Dan's Fish.
Dan's Fish, yeah. I love Dan's Fish.
But it was easy to pick, you guys, because you are, first of all, my favorite. I watch pretty much all the live streams I can. I watch a ton of videos, but how do I put this? Some of the channels are just so big, and it's not the fault of the person running the channel. Corey from the co-op. It's not his fault. He's so massively popular. He can't answer. He can't have the interactions that I bet he would like to have.
Right.
And this sounds bad. You guys being much smaller when I first discovered you, was a benefit.
Exactly.
Because you did interact. And I wish there was a way to better control the chat so that everybody's questions could get answered. I know there's no way to do that,
right?
But I just wish there was a way to, because so many people feel left out. So many people, I've asked the same question for 6 months and nobody will answer it. That type of stuff. Yeah. I just wish there was a better way to manage the chat in these things. But you guys do an awesome job, and I really appreciate you.
Well, that's very humbling, and I thank you for the kind words. That means a lot to me. So,
yep, we're glad we're small.
I don't know how to put it. You know what I mean?
Oh no, the funniest thing ever was when Rena, sister Rena, Pegasus sister Rena. Gosh, I'm killing her name. She has a show, but she asked James and I to come on the show, and she says, "Well, I like you two, and I also like Corey and John and Lisa, but I thought I'd ask you guys first." And it was like, good choice.
Yeah. If you want an answer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those guys are not monsters, but gigantic and are hard to get.
Oh, was John not here?
I'm checking. Right? It shows that he's here. Yeah.
I've seen him say stuff.
He pulls up in the chat, but he's not responded. So I don't know how you all want to proceed in terms of that.
How much longer do we have? Oh, it's 12:30 already.
Technically, it's over, but at the same time, Dave doesn't fire up until we're done. Usually he schedules for like 45 minutes after hours, and then he starts early when we wrap it up. I do want to say, though, that Dave's Aquarium Thoughts is also doing a giveaway tonight. If you want to go check him out when we wrap things up here.
Oh, gosh, maybe we did lose him. Was the rules that he had to be here? Or
implicitly stated that he had to be here. And it shows that he is, like, his name highlights. If you go to type J. Dot, it brings up J. Oliver. So his devices here. It's your channel, Rico. You sponsored it. I hate to.
How about we
Go ahead.
see thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up, we redo it, or no, thumbs up, it goes to John. If thumbs down, we don't, and we'll give it till 12:33. So we'll give 2 minutes, and if John responds in that time, his thumb means the most. So does that work?
Somebody in the chat, yeah, that sounds great to me. Sort of let everybody pick there. Paul Soltero. We've talked on the co-op forum. That's another great place, and it is nice to be able to go there and get your questions answered. Obviously, it's a lot slower format, and you really can put a lot more information in, and people take the time. There's a lot of good people there, and they really do a good job. There's the do again of answering questions. So, if you have some in-depth question, the co-op is a good place to go ask it. The co-op forum. Wait, what was the thumbs up for? Redo? Thumbs up was redo, right?
Let's ask. We'll ask Fudge and Fish, Kevin, and Aquaballs. They were the first two. Aquaballs was yours to redo, and Kev was yours to not, or vice versa.
Thumbs down was to redo. Yeah,
Okay.
most people are in the Christmas spirit, and they want him to have it, even though, because like I said, it wasn't. So here's the thing: most of the giveaways, that's kind of the rule, is you've got to be here. Everybody says you've got to be here. I didn't say that was a rule. I didn't put that into the initial disclaimer.
Except in Dave's Aquarium-thons.
Right. I don't feel like we can hold to that standard, and I see most of the chat agrees, because we didn't say you have to be here. I don't feel it's necessary, even though most people may have been under that impression, because a lot of other channels you have to be there at that time.
Let's do this.
Don't you do it, Rico. I'm gonna do another one, because I see you thinking. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do another one. So
I'm friends with John on Facebook. I'm pretty sure he's the Jay Oliver that I'm friends with on Facebook.
Yeah.
I was going to go ahead and let him know that he won there, and I was going to do another one, but
I'll do another one. I saw the look in your eyes of Rico going, let's just do it. So I'm gonna do another one. Let me bring this up
With you, James.
All right, buddy.
and I'll send John something right now and tell him that he won, and give him your email address.
So
John's a guy I would like to meet, and that was something else I wanted to say was I would like us, James and I, to kind of do what Danikin did, Kenny E, where he traveled. Now I don't want to travel across the world like his. That's just too long. But I would love to go do an East Coast run and see Rico, Lefty, Big City Betas, some of our friends that way. I don't know if there's an event that we can. Oh, well, we got to see Mike in his fish tank barn too. So that would be a lot of fun. So, yeah.
all right. So this is to appease the must be present to win. For this one, you must be present to win. We're going off the same hashtag. So if you've already entered once, you're still entered. Let me share this, and we will fire this one up. Share. It's still on that one. We did not get any.
I was about to say he won again.
No, I leave it on the screen because it shows on the messages when the people say anything in chat after the fact. But we're going to re-roll it. So once again, it's same hashtag Aquaballs. It was hashtag RicoStan. We'll give everybody a good minute if you're just now coming in and you're here. Hashtag RIKOSTAN.
While we're doing this, I just want to mention something. BJ Palmer, she was in your stream, and she said that she hadn't opened my Secret Santa gift yet because her husband was waiting for her, I think, to get out of quarantine. So I wonder if she's sick also, which is a bummer. But I hope you like it. You have to let me know what you think when you open it. because I was her Secret Santa. My Secret Santa was I hate people, and she gave me the coolest Chiefs jersey. It was such a cool shirt. I bought my dad one for Christmas.
I did send. I'm assuming it's the same Jay Oliver. I asked him if he was in the stream, so I sent him a message on Facebook.
Crown Tail Half Moon. No, you do not get disqualified for retyping it, but it also doesn't get you an extra entry. I know some places if you type it more than once, but I don't have it set up that way because I find it irrelevant. I don't see why it. So you get one entry. That's all you get. There's no extra luck for mods or anything like that. We're going to go ahead and re-roll it.
There's a couple people that spelled it wrong, though.
Okay, well, I will hold off a second.
Make sure you got it Riko.
Yeah, and if you guys want stickers, send me your address on Facebook Messenger, and Aquarium Cop is going to be sending me a whole mess of his stickers.
Oh, nice.
And he asked me to put his stickers in when I send out mine. So I'm going to wait on sending any more out until I get his. And maybe by then I can also get James some. So we'll be able to cover more ground quicker.
Perfect.
And I'll get some of James. I gave out your last one last week.
I was waiting for a couple people to correct their spelling here.
Mr. Oliver was awake. I think he's coming back to the stream.
Awesome.
So,
all right, everybody ready? I'm going to fire it up. I see those people are now entered that had spelled it incorrectly. So we're doing it live here, as everyone can see. Jennifer Cottrell.
There you go.
Jennifer.
Congratulations.
Congrats. And there's Mr. Oliver.
There we go. If you will send me an email, Jennifer, fishroomfever@gmail.com. That way I can touch base with you and we can get you squared away. Congratulations. Thank you for hanging out with us. I know you were hanging out in my stream before and then followed on over to Ed's here. And we appreciate that very, very much. I'm glad you won. Merry Christmas. It is.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody.
You were talking about stickers. I actually am going to, Jadron, who seems to do most people's stickers. I'm getting with him to get some made too. So probably won't do it until, late January or so. But sometime around then I'll have some. So I'll start sending them out too.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Sure. Always.
Pay the extra like $5 to get the waterproofing or the gloss. What is it, James? I did it and it was worth it. And then James, I think, thought it was worth it, and then he did.
It is because I had several people that got stickers. They wanted to put them on like their cars and stuff. And of course, the initial paper sticker I got that didn't work. So
gotcha. Okay.
I've got the UV resistant coated ones now that can withstand some weathering, and people enjoy that. But
it's not a bad deal.
It's not.
Just a little bit more. Maybe it was $10 more. I shouldn't have said 3. It was probably 10 or 12. But for just a higher quality sticker, it's so much cooler. I don't know. I can't even. I'm looking at the stickers I have behind me, and I don't know what's what. So I'm not even.
It's probably the one that's on your headset.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that my local guy does it because I see him. He has them put on cars and stuff. I just made a magnet.
That is cool. Yeah, so Mr. Oliver did come back in.
Yep, and I sent him, as did Zid and Ginger also posted my email in there. Just send me an email. That way I can touch base with you, and we can get you squared away. Congratulations to everybody that won this stream and the previous stream. Again, a huge thanks to Rico Stan for sponsoring that. And just thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, it was a blast.
For the kind words. It's always humbling and very much appreciated when I hear people say that we've helped. So thank you for that.
No problem. Thanks everybody for being here too. This was so much fun. I seriously, I was looking forward to this. Oh, geez, we talked about it first week in December, I think.
Yep.
And I'm so happy too, Ed, that you were able to be here.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
It was going to be fun, me and James, but it really isn't the show unless you're there.
It's really not the team dynamic is just not.
It's great.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah. So
James is the play-by-play man, and I'm the color guy.
that's exactly how I put it. Yep. Yep. It's like we're watching a football game, and
Does anybody else have any questions? I can't type anything because I'm actually logged out.
I broke Ed's email.
Yeah, I wish I could. Oh, now the cat's in on my mouse and I can't see anything. So there's been a couple times I've typed just to say bye or good night or something, and it's not working. I apologize, folks. But how about we end it with Rico? What's a couple of your Christmas traditions? Do you guys have like a family tradition?
Yeah, nothing that reaches back beyond our immediate family. Like my childhood. No, I don't want to get into it, but that wasn't the best. We don't have traditions from there, and my wife didn't bring any like from her family. But we've always the kids weren't allowed to get out of bed until they heard Christmas music, and as soon as they heard the Christmas music, then they were allowed to come out. And Saturday or Christmas morning, we'd open presents and everything, and then just spend the day together playing board games, watching movies. People weren't allowed to go anywhere. You're staying home. This is what we're doing. We have other weird little ones, like when we used to buy live Christmas trees, we'd always pick one that was ugly, that nobody else would really want, that had had some kind of flaw. We always picked out that one, even when we went out, because around here there's Christmas tree farms. You just go out in the woods, and somebody will come out and cut the tree down for you. So we'd always look for that ugly tree. I think that's about it, really. I can't think of anything else that comes to mind for any of the holidays. We don't really have a lot of, and I bet you the kids would say, "Oh yeah, we do this," and I just don't remember, But it's good they remember, and hopefully they're going to continue on with those traditions. We've definitely made our own way. We haven't brought a lot of what our parents did with us to raise us. We've definitely gone off on our own tangent and raised our kids how we think is the right way.
That's cool. Well, James, do you guys do anything special?
It seems like the tradition has become very frantically and furiously wrapping presents on Christmas Eve after the children go to sleep. Which I hear my 7-year-old in the other room. I won't digress, but we talked about toxic communities and things earlier on the other stream. I've got a really great group of gaming friends. So he's actually in there right now on Xbox with several other people, including Mom, and they're video gaming. So we're going to send him to bed when I get off of here so that we can wrap presents. That seems to be our tradition, is the last minute panic wrap. Other than that, it's just kind of the typical, the kids put the cookies out for Santa Claus type thing. It's been a lot of transitioning from, I guess, what family member is going to host what, as we moved into our own family years ago, and then we would still go to other people's that hosted it. And then it was kind of like, well, we're going to pull back and we're going to maintain at our house, have our Christmas here. So it's been transitional almost, but it's just a big, make sure the kids have fun on Christmas and get it on video. That's been the biggest thing, I guess, in terms of tradition. As I remember, my dad was always behind the video camera on Christmas, and that's why he's not in most of the videos. You rarely see him because he was behind the camera.
Yeah.
So the big thing has been recording those moments so that they have them when they grow up, but also making sure that I incorporate myself into some of that video.
So they can see you later. Yeah.
Which I won't digress, but that's one thing I find great about YouTube, and I'll leave it at that, is, if a lot of us had family members we've lost had YouTube channels, imagine how amazing that would be to be able to go back and watch that stuff. So I think that in and of itself, YouTube gives a great platform in that there will be something hanging around for years to come that long after I'm gone, family can still look at it and like, oh, that was Grandpa's YouTube channel, that type of thing. I'll leave it at that. I just want to say thank you and Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. And I love you guys.
Real quick, you talked about the wrapping.
Mhm.
Actually, when your kids get older, what you can do is have a competition to see who wraps the nicest present, so that they wrap all the presents.
Yes.
I didn't wrap a single present this year.
I haven't wrapped in 3 years.
My daughter wrapped all of my sons, and the different, my daughter's actually married. Her husband is a UK citizen though, and he hasn't finished with his citizenship stuff, so he's over there still. He can only come over for 6 months at a time. So unfortunately, her husband's over there for Christmas. But she did a bunch of the wrapping, and my wife and I haven't wrapped a single thing this year. And there's been a lot of stuff.
I think that's what started our delayed wrapping. I actually used to get recruited because I'm very meticulous on how I wrap. Like they look like department store wrapped. And so all the family would be like, come wrap my presents. And so it was like, well, I haven't even wrapped mine, so I can't do yours yet.
I'm horrible. Ed, you've got to have a lot of traditions, I bet. A lot of traditions for Christmas.
Well, we do, and like normally this is a huge tradition. We normally stay up till probably 2 a.m, all as a giant family. And when we have younger kids in our family, one of the big things is, since it's hard to get Santa to come at the time when we're all there, we would have one of the men in the family dress up to, help Santa.
Yeah.
And it's always somebody different, and it's always a great story why they had to leave, But I did it one year, and I was also helping Santa in a park all week long also for charity and stuff. So I was really getting into the ho, 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 And after I had changed back into Ed, I accidentally did ho, ho, ho. And the little kids went, oh, green giant. And they went, oh. And I can't believe I said green giant, but I said green giant, and they just, nope, it wasn't him. Just dumb luck. I don't know. That was crazy. But we normally we do a traditional Czech dinner tomorrow, but we're going to do something different. We're going to do a whole bunch of roasts and pheasants. I guess not all of us want pheasants, but I'm going to do what's it called? An Italian roast, where it's real lean meat, but it's a strip steak, so it's real lean, but it's real flat, and roll it with cheese, ham, garlic butter, and I'm going to roll it all up, and then I'm going to make a bacon weave, so it's like bacon, and I'm going to wrap it, because that piece of meat doesn't have a lot of marbling in it, so I normally like meat with a lot of fat in it, so I'm going to add that bacon, and so that's going to be my big contribution to tomorrow's dinner, and I'm going to get up at 10 a.m. and start that. And now the first thing we got to do is pray that Hickson isn't covered in ice and that they can come visit us. Otherwise all this is going to be pushed off till Saturday.
So when will you know? I mean, are you going to start cooking, or
I'm not going to start cooking, and I'm not going to put anything in the oven until I know they're coming.
And that sounds so good.
Yeah, and we're going to play games. We play games all day long. I guess normally we do all of our gift opening on Christmas Eve. So we're going to be opening gifts tomorrow, which will be new. And we play games. And tomorrow we also have planned Wonder Woman. We're going to rent Wonder Woman. And I've bought a big giant thing of nacho cheese, nachos, popcorn, and a whole bunch of pop for everybody to drink. So at night, we're going to have a movie night. So that'll be fun too.
Awesome.
Hopefully it all works out.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. I think we're going to watch Wonder Woman tomorrow too. What else? There's something else that's being released tomorrow. Oh,
the other thing is only at theaters, but that's only at theaters.
Yeah. There's a TV show we watch called Letterkenny. That's really, it's very inappropriate but incredibly funny. Trailer Park Boys, It's Always
Oh,
Sunny.
yeah.
If you like those shows, you'll love Letterkenny.
Oh, I'm sure I would. I love Bubbles.
Oh yeah, it's another Canadian show too.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, I like Sunny. Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a funny one too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for spending your Christmas Eve with us. Thank you, mods. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
You guys did a super good job tonight. I didn't see anybody being mean to us, so you did amazing. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. And we will see you Saturday on the Saturday Night Live with James. Fish Room Fever.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Merry Christmas to. It cut off. There we go. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
I do love that your intro, Ed. I love the neon look of it and just all of it. I absolutely love it.